What's up? It's been a while since I made a video like this, but what we're going to do today is we're going to be rating every Beat Saber environment from S being the best to D being the worst. Let's get started. Credits to this person for making the tier list. Let's get started. First environment we have is Big Mirror. Now, I never really used this environment. I don't think there's anything special about it, but it is pretty cool. It kind of just looks like Origins, so I'm going to give it a B tier. It's fine. All right, next up is the BTS environment. Personally, I'm going to give this an S tier, but it could be even better if I got rid of the BTS logo in the middle. I know that would kind of ruin the whole idea of it, but I really like using this environment to play other songs, and it's not as fun when there's a BTS logo in the middle. It makes it weird. All right, now the default environment. Probably should have started with this, but I don't really care. It's kind of mid. When there's no built-in lighting into the song, this place is really dark. This is the most basic environment of all time. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where Squidward does the same thing over and over again every day and he becomes depressed. This is how I feel when I have to use the default environment. So I don't really like it. I'm gonna have to give it a C tier. Next up is Dragons. This is a great environment. I don't use it too often. I use it for some of my videos, but they're pretty good. I like the lighting on it and it's just pretty good environment. I don't have much else to say about it. Alright, next up we have the Fitbeat environment. Now, this environment, I don't really use a whole lot, but I mean, it looks pretty good. I like the lighting. I get the whole idea of, like, the Fitbeat shit. I don't know. It looks great. I would give it a B tier. Alright, next up is the Green Day environment. Now, I don't really see the point of this. I mean, yes, it's a good-looking environment, but it's entirely Green Day themed, so if you're not playing the Green Day songs that are in the music pack, then why would you use this environment? Because it's just going to ruin the mood. But I'm going to give this a B tier. No, C tier. Alright, next up is Kaleidoscope. There's no themes, like there's no logos on it, which I really like because that means you can use it with other songs. However, I still just don't see myself using this environment a whole lot. There's just nothing cool about it. I guess the jumping cars are kind of interesting in some of the songs, but you need to have special lighting that are meant for that map to kind of make the cars jump, so this isn't really that good, but I mean, it's okay. So I'm gonna give this a B tier. Next up, we have Kaleidoscope. This is a great environment, alright? I love the lighting. I do think it's a little bit much. I'm not going to be using this environment a whole lot, but in certain songs, this environment really can shine. So I'm going to give this an A tier. Next up is the KDA environment. I think this is from League of Legends or something, or like a crossover, but
it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
I just don't see myself using this environment a whole lot. I see it from time to time on custom songs, but besides that, I don't think it's that great. I actually dislike it a lot, so I'm gonna have to give it a D. Next up is the Linkin Park map. Personally, I don't think this is that great. I mean, it looks fine, but I just don't ever see myself using this. But if I'm gonna have to go straight off of looks, I'm just gonna have to give it a C. It's just alright. This thing is pretty nice. I like the lighting. It's kind of like the triangle, like the default, but just with like a twist. So it's a little better. It's not really like anything significant about it. There's nothing that really stands.
I mean, it's alright, like.
Alright, next up is the nice environment.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Nice environment. Now, I don't know why this is in the game because you already have the default monster that looks just like it. See, it's not good. And next up, we have Origins. This is the best environment in the entire game. The lighting is beautiful. The platform that you stand on is beautiful. It can go with any song. It doesn't matter. And even when I have default lights on, like if I want to play a map that has no built-in lighting, I'll turn on no effects so all the lights will show up and it still looks awesome even with no flashing lights. So this is an S tier map. I don't care what you say. This is beautiful. Next up is Panic. Now this map is pretty good at certain songs, right? I wouldn't give this a perfect rating for every song, but I mean on some custom maps this can really show its best. I'm gonna have to give this a B tier. Next is the Rocket League crossover map. Now again, it's a great map. I just don't see myself using it a whole lot, and unless you're doing a car themed song or Rocket League themed songs, then I don't really see how the map would fit into the song that you're playing. So I'm just gonna have to give it a C tier. Next up is the triangle environment. Now I'm just gonna be honest, I'm just gonna rip off the band-aid. This is one of the worst environments in the whole game. This is also a waste of storage space. I don't recommend you ever use this when you already have default and Big Mirror. It's just the same as nice. It's bad. Now, the SCRX environment is okay, but once again, it's SCRX themed, which I don't enjoy having the theme plastered all over the environment. I get it. It's for the map pack, but
if you want to play any other custom song that isn't from SCRX, the environment won't really match the song, so I'm gonna have to give it a C.
So then there's the Timbaland environment. Now, honestly, this is okay. I just don't see myself ever using this. I'm honestly gonna have to give it a C as well because it's just not that good. There's nothing significant about it. You could always just use the Origins, which is 10 times better than any other environment in the entire game. And yeah, that's the whole tier list.